And this is Healthy, Wealthy, Wise. My name is Cyril Jervis. Everyone knows me as CJ, aka CJ. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to this show here this Tuesday morning, June 25th, in the year of our Lord 2019. I'm so excited to have you here with us. I want to welcome all of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us. I'm excited. I'm pumped up, and that music, first of all, gets me going. So I want to thank our engineer, Pastor Kevin Strata, who puts all things together to make us look and sound good. I want to thank you, my brother. I want to encourage you all to be a part and support this ministry, this TV broadcast, this online platform that he uses to touch the world with the gospel music, with inspiring programs. To GMAP1.com. Come and visit this station and support it. I'm here every Tuesday, no matter what's going on, to be here to share with you at Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise about the love of Shaw Fremont, a wonderful and awesome company I'm going to talk a little bit about today. But today, as I welcome you, I want you to write this number down right now. Send it to your friends. Those of you who have individuals that may not be able to get online but have a phone, write this number down, 302-202-1110. That's 302-202-1110. And have them punch the code 538661, 538661. So let me repeat that again. 302-202-1110, and the code is 538661. I'm giving that to you right now because I want today's call to be interactive. I want today's call to be us connecting with one another, maybe sharing some things about what we're doing in our business or what we're doing in our lives, what we're doing to make sure Fremont expand and grow. And then so we can dialogue about that. I have some great things coming that I want to share with you today that I want to announce and talk about. I want to thank you for tuning in. Those of you that tuned in last week, we did a great show talking about and giving a tribute to fathers, and it talked about several things of, my personal father, my dad, my biological father, the one who was responsible for me being here on this earth, and how he impacted my life in a very powerful and positive way. And then I talked about myself as being a father. I have 3 beautiful children and 6 grandchildren, and how I'm taking those skills, those responsibility as a father and a grandfather to impart into their lives. Then I talked about the father of Shaw Fremont. Shaw Fremont having been birthed by a man by the name of John Austin. I'm going to talk about him in a little bit. But he is the father of what we do. Whatever is taking place in Shaw Fremont right now, and I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's a huge difference from what it was 3.5 years ago to what it is now. But it would not have been what it is now today had it not been birthed by this man, this powerful man of God, Mr. John Austin. So we thank God for him being the father of this wonderful opportunity. And then before I talked about this last one, I had to mention that, those of us that live life, those of us that are in business, those of us that are in ministry, those of us that are in relationship, that should include every one of us. We also know that there's a father that we don't like to talk about a lot, but he's real, and that is the father of lies. Old Slewfoot himself, who likes to come into our lives and raise havoc, to try to throw a wrench into our program. Whenever things are going well, he comes in there and he pulls the rug from under us and just laugh. He tries to come through us and with our sickness and with our finances, with our relationships. He just finds a way to get under our skin to try to prevent us from being all that we're supposed to be, prevent us from being what we were designed and created to be by our Creator. But you know what? I just mentioned him for a minute because the last father I talked about is the ultimate father. God our Father. God the Father is the one that we have to give homage to bow down to respect, to revere, to understand that if it was not for him who created us, this world would be non-existent. So we give thanks to God, our Heavenly Father, our eternal Father, our Father of life, that gave us his breath to breathe and to be able to do the things we do. So that was what our show was about last week. I know that we had a few people that called me and said, well, CJ, I tried to call in and I wasn't able to get in. I do apologize to you. I really know that your heart desire was to get in and have some of your associates and business partners and friends and family come in. But unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties. You know, that's the way the world is. But you know what? Again, that was one of the enemy's plan to try and keep someone from listening in on the show. But we were able to get through. We were able to get through. And so I want to thank you for trying, and I want to thank you for being here again today. You know, one thing about technology, it's a great thing. It allows us to do so many things that we weren't able to do 10, 15, 20 years ago. But even in that being the case, there's always those glitches, those possibilities of something happening. So, you know what? We don't get discouraged. We don't get upset about it. We just pick up our bootstraps and we move on. Because, like Paul says, we don't look behind. We don't look behind. We look ahead to the high calling. And that's what we do here at Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. So I want to thank you for tuning in today and understand that it's a privilege to be a part of this show, to be a part of this day, to be a part of the land of the living. This is one of those things where, you know what, I got word today. A very good friend of mine told me that a friend of mine's mother passed away. And, you know, and I just had to reflect briefly as he told me that, as I expressed my condolences, was that, you know what, this life that we have is not promised. The Bible says that we're giving so many days. He knows the number of days that he's given us. And he said that man is made to live once, and then the next thing is we're being judged. You know, I kind of take it out of context or kind of paraphrase it a little bit, but you know what I mean. You know, we're only here on one round, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a rehearsal. This is not a preparation. This is it. So what you do with it has to count for something. You have to be in a position where you are not just floating. You're not just being there. You're not just kind of laissez-faire. You just, you know, just in limbo. No, you want to be about something. You want to be about something intentional. You want to be about something that's going to make a difference in other people's lives. And to be quite frank with you, that is one of the primary reasons, one of the foundational reasons why I'm so compassionate about Short Fremont. But I'm going to share that story with you right now, and then as we go into this show, I want you to call into that number. So I'm going to give that number again for some of you that are just tuning in. You can pass it on to some of your friends, 302-202-110, and the code to call to punch in is 538-661. There's no need to press the pound. Okay, so what I really love about being a part of Short Fremont is that I really wanted to be a part of something that can make a difference. And I've been involved with a number of companies. I've tried a lot of different things. I've had my successes and I've had my failures. But like I always say, Short Fremont is not about what your success was in the past, what your failures were in the past, what your indifferences were in the past. It's all about what you're going to do from here on moving forward. This is a forward-moving company that's going to allow individuals to put the past behind them and build on something that can make a difference in the lives of their family and other people around the world, not just for this time, not just for this season, but for years and years and generations to come. And so that is really one of the foundation, the pillars of why I do what I do. That is what drives me and get me excited about waking up every Tuesday morning and coming here and sharing this with other people, because I always look at it this way. Even if one person is affected or touched by what we're expressing here on this TV broadcast every week, whether it be live, they're listening in right now, which is Tuesday morning, June 25th, 2019. We start at 9 a.m. every Tuesday. If you're listening now, or if you happen to come across this show later on by going to YouTube and punching in gmap1.com/CJ and listening to this show at that time, I'm hoping that if it's now or later, that someone is touched, someone is moved, someone is blessed to make a difference in their personal lives. But don't hold on to it. Use it to touch the lives of other people. That's what it's really all about, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to thank you for being a part of the show. And like I said, I want to talk a little bit about the company. And, you know, I want to make some announcement at the end of the show and some things that we're going to be doing going into next month and the rest of the summer. It's going to be exciting. It really is. It's going to be exciting, and I want you to be a part of it. I want you to take time to be intentional about coming in and tuning in and supporting us, but also sharing it with your friends and family as well. So when I found out about Short Fremont, I was really kind of in the doldrums, so to speak, because I was doing well, as far as my vocation is concerned. I've got a degree in business and history, black studies, and all those kind of things. And so I was working, I was making pretty good money and doing fine. It wasn't no big deal. But I always knew that I wanted to do something even beyond what I was doing as a case manager and assistant director of a local government agency, a transitional home for men, that specifically. But I always knew there was more to what I was called to do. It wasn't necessarily as a pastor or in ministry that way, but it was always towards doing something to help other people. And I've been blessed to be involved with ministry and missions and those kind of things. But I know that my call was even beyond that, is to help people that were down and out, who were down on their luck, who was marginalized, who was disenfranchised, who was put down, who was left out, people who felt that they were had no hope. And so I always was looking for something where I can make a difference. And I always knew that being in this arena, this direct sales arena, was the only way that I can touch the large numbers of people. And in the process of doing that, I couldn't do it with just a small company, because I've done that. I've had a brick and mortar store. I've had little small companies that I've been in partners with. They want the platform to reach the masses. That's what I was looking for. Masses of people that I wanted and knew that I had to touch. Why God put me on this planet. And so I was looking for something. But I also knew that I wanted to be able to present to others something that was not going to be overwhelming, overbearing, make promises that I was not able to live up to. And so I had to find something that was suited for what I wanted to do in that arena. And so, lo and behold, the Lord blessed me to come across Shaw Fremont in a very, very strange way, because prior to coming across and being made aware of Shaw Fremont, I was kind of a disgruntled individual who had a very negative taste in my mouth in regards to this industry, only because I had just been put in a situation that was not very kind. And I thought the people that were involved with it was just what's the word, unscrupulous, to say the least, and who really was not the kind of people I thought I would like to be in business with, people who I felt confident with, people who I felt I can trust, and who I knew had my back, who would be there to support me and encourage me, and we could be partners and build something together. And so I was kind of on the other side of this whole thing, where I was like, okay, well, I'm going to just kind of back off and just leave it alone. And then lo and behold comes Shaw Fremont. I evaluated everything. I did my due diligence. I had an opportunity to speak directly with the owner, Mr. John Austin. I had an opportunity to really learn a little bit more about the products and why this gentleman thought that he had the gumption. He had the, can I say cojones? Those of you that know what that means, to say, I'm going to introduce a company where we are not going to allow anyone to have to come out of their pocket to get started. I mean, that right there was like just eye-opening. It was like just revolutionary, because I know this industry is an industry where people want you to come up with money first before you can do anything. You have to come up with whatever the amount of money is to get in. Then you have to be on an auto ship where they're paying the company money every month, whether you're using the products or not, whether you like the products or not. In order to you to survive, to get paid, to get promoted, you had to be putting money into the company every single month. You had to pay for all of the resources that it had, whether they be marketing material or landing pages or websites, back offices. You had to pay for those things. You had to pay for trainings. You had to pay for all these things that to help them, the company, build and grow. And to be honest with you, some people were successful in it. I was one of them. But what I came to find out was that the masses of people were not able to do what the majority, what some people were able to do. And ever since I've been in this industry, they always had these two figures that really, really bothered me. And it goes like this. In this industry, 95% of the people do not have success, and only 5% of the people find success. Now, the success is a relative thing. I understand that. And I can say even with Shaw Fremont, there's going to be some people that build a huge business, and some people that are going to build just a small business, and some people who are going to be a part of Shaw Fremont just to get products that they can use that they've been getting great results from to change them in their physical body, and they're happy with that because they're comfortable where they're at. They're not willing to go out and do the work and give the effort that need to build a big business, and that's fine. But in other companies, wherever you were at, you had to do the work, and if you didn't do any work, you didn't get paid, but you were still paying. You were still paying for products. You were still paying for your auto ship. You were still paying for tools. You were still paying for all these things that were coming out of your pocket when, again, 95% were not making the money to offset that. And that really was one of the things that really convinced me that Shaw Fremont is the company to support, to build, to build up, and to share with the rest of the world. Like we say, share the love of who we are. And so that's been my commitment, and I've started to realize that there's nothing else that really attracts me out there in regards to this industry like Shaw Fremont, because of the fact that, again, I can share this with anyone, no matter how what their situation is, whether they're CEO or the janitor, whether they're the vice president or just a manager, whether they're a supervisor or someone working in the mailroom. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are, what nationality or what religion you are. This opportunity is available to everyone who wants to put their dreams now back on track, their desires now back in the possibilities, who are going to say, you know what, with a little bit of effort, with a little bit of time, I can make this happen for me and my family. I love Liddy Flom out of Atlanta, Georgia, that area. She has a show every night, actually a call that anyone can call into and get the support and really get some great information. She does a great job of breaking down the products and how the intracellular and the mitochondria and all these things that I don't know, I can't even explain. But you know what? If I wanted someone, if someone came to me and they really were that technical, all I do is I plug them into Liddy's call every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She's there at 8 o'clock Central Time. And she does a wonderful job of explaining the products and on how these products work. And the reason I say that to you is because she talks about just giving the minimum to get the maximum. So what she does is she allows individuals to be able to come on that call and be able to share testimonies of how these products work, and they can do the same thing. They can go and bring friends that they know to that call to get educated, to be able to share what these products do. So we do it. She does it every night, and I applaud her because she's committed every single night during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She's there, and then we have individuals that have different programs. You have Dr. Wheaton that does a show a noonday call every Friday that talks about the products. We have our very own CEO, John Austin, that comes on every Wednesday at 12 noon and talks about the products. We have people like Dick Matrician and his wife Joy and Eileen that comes on Mondays and talk about this company. We have people like Coach Kim and Coach Pate who lead several different calls and trainings that help people build this business. So, we're looking at the Coach's Corner every Monday night and every Thursday night. All you need to do is go to shawfremont.com, Fremont Coach, and you can jump onto that Monday night and Thursday night at 9 a.m. Apologize for that, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. in the evening, and that is 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, and so 8 p.m. Central Time. I'm pretty sure that's correct. If I'm wrong, I will make sure to give you the correction. But here's the thing. These are platforms that allow for you to be able to come on for free to build your business. Every Sunday night, there's a Leader to Legends call that is being done for people who really want to build a business. Now, it's not a call for everyone, but anyone who says, you know what, I'm an entrepreneur, I want to build a business. I want the coaching. I want the support. I want encouragement. We can work together as a team. That's a call that you need to be on every single Sunday night at 7 p.m. So we're going to talk more about those things as we go. But if I want to open up the call for you to call in and share some of your stories about Shaw Free Mart, but I wanted to at least give you, those of you that are listening, especially those of you who are hearing this show for the first time, what this show is all about. Healthy, Wealthy is Wise is designed to expose Shaw Free Mart to the world. Those are just some of the things I'm talking about: the ownership, the viability, the reality of what you have at your hands. Something that's simple yet powerful. The training, the possibilities of being able to present something without having to do it until you developed and you're trained. And that's what I love about what we do, is we don't just take what we know and use it, but we use it to impart into other people's lives so that they can grow, they can develop, and then they will go and pass it on. I'm going to share with you a story later on in the show that epitophizes exactly what we do here at Shaw Free Mart as leaders. And so I'm going to do that. But I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about the fact that what I've just mentioned to you is just a snippet of what Shaw Free Mart is. And even that in itself was a whole lot. But there's so much more. If I could spend show after show after show just talking about the products, just talking about the viability, the efficacy, the potency of the products, the results that people are getting every single day from using these products, the testimonies that are being heard around the country and around the world of the results people are getting from these products, that's just something else. Now, I could talk about the compensation plan. The compensation plan is awesome. I'm talking about John Austin gave us something that's unheard of, unmatched, where he gives out 90% of the profits of this company to the field. That's, yes, to you and me, to really share what we do. And that's all we do is share. And so that's unheard of. It's like, I know Dr. Breakthrough, Dr. Stan Harris, who is our CBO, we call him the Chief Breakthrough Officer. That's why he's known as Dr. Breakthrough. He calls it reverse tithing. Think about that. You know, we hear about tithing where you give back 10% of what you earn back to ministry or back to the church or back to whatever organization that you want to. And that's tithing. That's known as tithing, giving a tenth back. What John Austin did was he reversed that. He keeps 10% and he gives 90% to those of us that want to build a business. And I'm going to tell you, one of the key points in being a member of Shaw Free Mart is you want to get on board, get your products, start using them so you can tell your story, but start sharing it with others so that when they buy a product, you can get paid. And you want to do that at least 9 times as fast as you can. Why did I say that? 9 times as fast as you can, because once you got those first 9 people that you shared this with and they decide to buy a product, you are now what we call in this organization, this company, this opportunity, an ambassador. An ambassador. Now, as an ambassador, everything you do from there on in just changes, because now you start to build. And every time you share this opportunity with someone and they decide to be a part of it and they decide to buy a product, not out of coercion, not out of push or trickery or deceit, but of their own fruition, just wanting to use the products, that is when you are now paid 65%. 65%, did you hear me? So if you're getting paid on $50, that's $32, I think around $32, $33 that you get paid every time that person buys a product. Do that 10 times, that's over $320 that you will earn. Do that in a month, you would have made over $320 for that month. Now, I said that's 10, and I said it that way specifically for a reason. There was an article that I read years ago, and it made this statement. It said there was a survey done, and it was determined that out of the millions of bankruptcies in this country, 80% of them could have been avoided had the individuals been able to create just an additional $300 a month. It would have been enough for them to pay their bills to avoid them having to file for bankruptcy. That's a powerful thing, ladies and gentlemen. And we're saying here at Shaw Free Mart that all you have to do is share, get to Ambassador, have individuals and the numbers I'm giving you are very conservative, just so you know. But I don't have time to go into details about the compensation plan, our rewards plan, which is awesome. We will have shows in the future that talk specifically about that. So I want to encourage you to continue to tune in so you can hear about that. but I'm talking about just minimal numbers where you can have the opportunity to literally change people's lives and hopefully stop somebody from filing for bankruptcy and messing up their credit and their family's opportunity. So again, this is just a snippet of what we're talking about. I can talk about the products, I can talk about the compensation plan, I can talk about the resources we have in the back office, all the free things that the company allots us. I can talk about the leadership, all these things I can talk about. But today, I just want to dialogue and get some feedback from some of you that are calling in and kind of give me your take on what Shaw Fremont is in regards to a company that you could feel you can utilize to make a difference in your life. And like I said, this is really about touching the lives of others. I don't think there's anyone that's in Shaw Fremont that feels it's only about them. It's about being a part of something that's bigger than yourself, where you can really have an opportunity to make a difference. So I'm going to take a short break, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to open up the lines, and I hope we have some people that are listening in that can call in, that can share, and just kind of dialogue about this whole concept of Shaw Fremont, how it's impacted your life, what you're doing, where you see it's going, what changes you've seen in your life since you've been a part of it, or if you're new, how can you see some changes in your life? And I want to thank you for being a part of the show. Don't go away. Come right back on the other side of this promotion. We're here every Tuesday, 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, GMAP1.com. Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. My name is CJ, your host. I'll be back with you in a few. To Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. My name is CJ. I'm the host. I'm here every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and we thank you for being a part of the show. I hope that you are blessed today because of being here, because my hope and belief is that someone is going to hear something that's going to really turn them around, turn their life around, get them excited about life again, get them excited about their dreams again, because that is what Shaw Fremont has to offer. That is why we're here every Tuesday, to share the love of this awesome opportunity called Shaw Fremont to the world, not just here in the Chicago area, not just in the United States, but around the world. I have friends that are listening in and that know about this show in Africa and in England and in the Bahamas and other parts of the Caribbean. But you have an opportunity to be a part of this. And I can tell you what you have to do is just go to www.shawfremont.com and find out about us. And then the person that shared this with you, just go back to them and say, I'm ready to become a member. Because guess what? It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So I'm going to see who we have on the line here. Okay, look like, what's the numbers there, Kevin? Okay, Coach Kim, are you there? Coach Kim, can you hear me?
I can. Good morning to you, CJ.
Good morning, Coach Kim. Thank you for being part of the show. Welcome, and I really thank you for your support and being a part of this. And I know I've just kind of been given a general overview of Shaw Fremont because I'm preparing our audience for some announcements, some things that we're going to be doing coming up for the rest of the summer. So tell me what is Shaw Fremont, some of the things that's going on in your business, in your world, and and based on what we're talking about today, kind of give us some nuggets or some impart some wisdom on us today.
Well, this is what I'd like to say about Shop Free Mart. Our slogan is share the love. And as you were talking, CJ, it reminded me of a circumstance or a parallel of someone who might have been in a relationship or, let's say, several relationships, and they're just sour. They're sour on relationships. I can't trust a man. They are no good. I'm just giving up. I'm just tired of the abuse or the mistreatment or the being let down, etc. So
Right.
I wanted to bring that point up because as we talk about sharing the love and moving forward in that direction, more importantly than what we have, more because we have the stellar, the best, the top, the supreme. There is no company better, and I'm not even beginning to exaggerate. I'm just speaking fact. But the person has to be ready.
Ready. Yeah.
The person has to be ready.
Yes.
So when I look at Shop Free Mart, I look at it as a gift, a tremendous gift of hope.
Yes.
And when I think of hope, I look at a person who, the Titanic came to mind, and someone's just, flailing around in the water. They're cold, they're shivering, and they see this rescue vehicle come along, and it's like, should I reach up and grab out? Should I? But what if? But what if my hand slips? What if something's on the other side? What if they trick me? What if? And I'm telling anybody who's listening that if you have the strength in your heart and in your mind to just reach out, if you just reach out, we will come and carry you. And look, I don't want to exaggerate, but Beulah Land is not far. We will come and carry you to a higher plane.
Right.
And it's a faith move on your part.
Yep.
But there has never been a collective group of lovers, people who love the company, who love one another, who love the vision, who love a chance to give people life. That's what we're doing. We're giving people life, and we are all learning together. We're growing together. This is an incredible family. Shop Free Mart feeds that. Even Adam was alone. God said it's not good to be alone, right? So he created community for us, and that's what Shop Free Mart is, an extension of community and love and just edification. So if you need that, and I don't know of any human being who does not,
Right.
If you need that, if you are seeking, self-esteem and encouragement and confidence and growth and love and, cheering, people who cheer you on, right? If that's what you need and to get paid for it, are you kidding me? On top of all of that, we're going to pay you to grow. It doesn't get any better. CJ, that's all I have. It just doesn't get any
I just speaking,
better than
Coach,
that.
as you're speaking, I'm thinking, a lot of times people come into different things for different reasons. I had my reason for being a part of Shop Free Mart, which I shared earlier. But what's so fantastic, what's so awesome about this is that you may come into Shop Free Mart for one reason and find out that there's so many other blessings, so many other things that you have access to, that you can be a part of, that didn't anticipate, you didn't expect, because I'm sure there are individuals that came into Shop Free Mart because they saw the need for the use of the products. They saw they heard the testimonies of people getting results from being relieved of pain, being transformed in their physical body. And there are people who came to Shop Free Mart because they saw the financial opportunity, where they saw something that they can take advantage of to help them with their finances because they're hurting financially. Then the people that come and Shop Free Mart because they would, they just wanted to be a part of something. They wanted to be connected with something that's positive, that's encouraging, that's growing. But then when they come and be a part of this, then they find out all these other things are here for them as well. They have a family that, like you said, that's willing to give and to help and to support and encourage. When it's so hard to believe, but the more you study, the more you read about our world, there's so many people who are walking around depressed who are feeling left out because they had maybe a bad family situation, or they didn't have any family at all, or maybe they were alone, or they were, just left out and didn't have that family connection, something someone that they could hold on to. And then when they come and be a part of Sharp Fremont and they feel all this love, they feel all this attention, they feel all this, hey man, you can do it, you can make it. I mean, it's just like they didn't sign up for that, but they get it anyhow. And that's what I love about this company. It's just such an abundance of things. And what I love about it, Coach Kim, is that when we talk about these things, it's real. It's not just something that we talk about, that we make up or we try to fabricate to attract people. It's just something that people come into, they walk into, and they feel it right away. And they understand that there's someplace special. So, and I want to say you're very special, too, for all that you do. I mean, you are just totally committed to being a leader in this company and making sure that we do what we have been, the responsibility that we've been given to share this with other people. You haven't taken it and kept it to yourself, because I know you could have spent the time and energy that you have on building your business and your business alone, but you don't do that. You spread it out and you give it to other people. And I want to thank you and commend you for that. So, yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. And CJ, here's the thing with what you just said. It reminds me of those Russian dolls. You have a doll, and then you open it up, and inside that there's another doll and another doll, and they just continue.
Yes.
And that's what people get when they join Shop Fremont. And the trick, the psychological trick, if you will, is that those groups of people that you mentioned who might be depressed or lonely or have a bad baggage and experience in life, the trick is, and this is what Shop Fremont empowers you to do, the trick is to turn the focus off of yourself and begin to serve others. Wow. And so once you come into and you start sharing the love and you forget about woe is me, and I'm not belittling anyone's background. I'm saying that the direction you came from does not have to dictate the direction you're headed in. Amen. And so once you start getting the momentum and the flow and the DNA of Shop Fremont, you will literally start feeling good in giving to others. Right. And so that's where the products come in. That's where the experience comes in, because now you see you're giving truth, you're giving hope, you're giving respect, you're giving dignity, you're giving people balance to feel good, physically feel good again.
Yes.
It's like you are the bearer of all these good gifts.
Right.
And that starts to make you feel good. It's like a boomerang. Yes. You're giving, but it comes back you good, right? Yes. So you start your wicked past and your sad past. It just starts diminishing like in a rearview mirror. Right. You're driving farther and farther away from it. So Shop Fremont is healing on so many levels for people who just put their hand on the plow. Yes. So it is truly a blessing for me. One of the biggest things for me is that I've seen iron sharpening iron with top leaders like you. It's just, you're phenomenal. And that's the other thing. Like is going to attract like, right? So we're going to continue to bring in great thinkers, visionaries, workers, because this is what all the things we say. One thing I can guarantee you, this is not a scratch off. This is not a, hey, I'm in, now I'm going to get rid. No, you got to work. This is still network marketing. Exactly. So that's very, very relevant. So, plug in. And PJ, I do want to make one small change. We are, the Coach's Corner is Monday and Thursday. And I know we kind of get thrown off Eastern, Central, et cetera, but it's Monday, Thursday. And it's 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 Central. And it's Facebook.com. It's a live Facebook production, Facebook.com/Fremont Coach.
There you go.
So I just wanted to make that
Thank
sharing.
you so much for correcting that for me, because I'm so important. I want all of our listeners, whether you're listening live or you're listening in off of YouTube, to tune into the Coach's Corner. You just got the corrections. Let me repeat that. It's Monday night and Thursday night at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It is Fremont.com / I'm sorry, Facebook.
Facebook.com.
Gotta get it right.
Facebook.com.
Facebook.com/Fremont Coach, right? So, yeah,
Awesome.
you
Yes,
got to
yes.
be there. I mean, the information that you guys talk about is just always so pertinent and right on point. And so I appreciate you and Coach Pate for doing that. Speaking of that, I think we got Coach Pate on the line, and maybe he can throw some nuggets at us as well, and kind of give us some exciting stuff for the day to get us excited on this Tuesday. Coach Pate, are you there? Sound like
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear. It sounds like you got a lot of wind or something in the background there.
Well, I'm gonna pull over to the side. I'm on the road as
Okay.
always.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull over to the side here. Let me get my microphone in a way where you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can
Oh
you hear
yeah,
me?
that's so much better. So much better. We can hear you clearly now, sir.
Okay, thank you. Man, I guess you just said you had to scrape the bottom of the barrel, and you had nobody else to talk to, so you had to go get Coach Kim, huh?
I wanted to get the best. That's what it was.
What took you so long getting her on here, man? She should have been one of your first guests. That's what I'm saying, man.
Well,
You always have the best people. You always have the best topics. And I'm getting kind of jealous, man. I'm not used to hearing Coach Kim talking with another co-host, man. I don't think I like this.
Well, you got to brace yourself. We got some things we need to talk about, sir.
Okay. Hey, I just chimed in halfway in, so I didn't get a chance. I was in and out of a space I could not hear, so I didn't get a chance to hear the full thing. But I tell you, you can. I've been in this industry over 15 years, and I have never seen anything like Sharp Fremont, and not just the products and the company, the owner, but the people and the way they work together. I was in company where you will be frowned upon, ostracized if you were even seen looking at somebody from another team.
Wow.
And not too long being working together side by side with them and sharing your best secrets, your best inside tips to help somebody else grow that you have no financial benefit from that individual because it's not just what Coach Kim and I do. A lot of people don't know. We have to remind them. She and I are not on the same team.
Wow.
You know, we are distant cousins, so to speak, in that our upline, we have the same upline, but we have no connection whatsoever. You know, and what we do together is purely for the benefit of the company first, and then us individually second. Right. And that's where the share the love comes in, because we just enjoy what we do here at Sharp Fremont. Just like we enjoy your call every Tuesday. I mean, if you're first time hearing about Sharp Fremont and you're not in Sharp Fremont, I understand that. But if you heard about Sharp Fremont before and you're not in, I don't know what's wrong with you. I just don't know, because there's nothing else out there like this. There is simply nothing else like this.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that, Coach Pat. And you're so right. You know what? Every time I hear you guys speak, I always think about John Austin when he birthed this in his mind. We talked last week about him being the father of Sharp Fremont. And I know most people that are in Sharp Fremont did not know John Austin when he started his company, but he had such a big vision. He had such a big vision of seeing millions and billions of people being flocked to this company, and we're right now just building the foundation for that to happen, because all the people couldn't come in at once. If it did come in at once, we'd just be overwhelmed. We wouldn't be able to handle it. We wouldn't be ready, and it'll just be a mess. But I think what's happening right now, and this is the vision that John Austin had as building something that's powerful, that's strong, so as we grow personally and company-wise, we can be prepared to bring the masses of people in. And what really intrigues me is that he didn't know me 3 years ago. He didn't know you 3 years ago. He didn't know individuals like Dr. Tassadale, Dr. Wheaton, all these leaders. And I don't want to get into calling names because I always miss people out and get in trouble. But you know what I'm talking about. There are individuals that are building this business, that are having meetings that don't even know about. Pretty like Lydia is having meetings every day that sometimes I get to be a part of, sometimes I don't, but she's building it. John Austin didn't know all these people. people back then, but all of us are coming together to build this business because of the vision, because of the love that John Austin has shared with us and we've bought into. So you're right. None of us are on the same team, as far as I know, but we're all part of the same team because we're all here to build Shell Fremont, and that is a beautiful thing. So thank you so much for sharing that, Coach Pate. And like I said, we're here. We're going to be planning some things that are in the works right now. They're kind of in the preparatory, in the birthing stage, that I think are going to be phenomenal as we move into the summer months and going into the rest of the months, where it's going to really make a difference in people's lives, where we're going to allow the opportunity for people to come on here and just be a part of something special. That's all I'm going to say right now. We're going to be making some transitioning into this summer starting next week that I promise you want to be a part of. You are going to want to be here, but you're not going to want to just be here. You want to have other people with you. And if not, at least have them listen to the show on YouTube, because it's going to be life-changing. So I just wanted to put that little teaser out there to you. There's some things that are in the works that we're brewing right now that's going to be phenomenal. That's going to be life-changing. That's going to be exciting, and you want to be a part of it. And all of it is going to kick off next week, so you want to come back and be a part of this show. Thank you for sharing with us. I have one more person. I think we have another caller. Kevin, is it 9054? I'm not sure who that individual is. They don't have a name, but if you can let us know who you are, where you're calling from, and give us some feedback on your on this call today. 9054.
This is Coach Shay.
Hey,
can
how
you
you
hear
doing?
Me?
Yes, I can. So glad to have you on this show. All the way from where?
Kankakee, Illinois.
What do you say? Thank you for being on the call, Coach Shay. I call Sharon from Kankakee, but yes, share with us what your feelings are about what we're talking about today, Coach.
I came into this business because I didn't feel well, and I just wanted to check out the products. And actually, I did somebody a favor. That's how I got to the company. And once I got in and I started using the products, I couldn't believe how well I felt. So then I started sharing. And I started making money to pay for my own products. I said, wow, this is great. So, and I still, I got to ambassador by just sharing, as you said, sharing the love, just telling people. And they were like, really? And they were, going in, buying product for themselves. And like I said, in one weekend, I happened to go in my back office. And over a 2-week period, I had made $800.
Ooh,
and I said, wow, this could be really something big. So it changed my mindset from just sharing the love of helping people a little bit to knowing that this could be something that could change my life financially.
Yes.
And from that point on, I've been trying to help people more so with both ways instead of just one way. And this company, I've never seen a company like this. I've been in this industry over 30 years.
Wow.
And this is the first time I've ever got to the top of, the pay plan.
Right.
And I did it in a month.
Wow.
I probably could have did it shorter than that. Like I said, if I would have been pushing it, but I wasn't doing it that way. I wasn't after the money.
Right.
And that's why I said this company to me, like you said, I've never seen a company where people share and from different organizations. None of us are connected, but we are connected because we're all John Austin's little babies. So, and I love that man. I told him that if I wasn't getting a dime, I would help him try to put this out because people need to get off medicines. They need to open their eyes that there's a better way to do things and better way for your health. And like Coach Kim said, this is something that you can't just wrap it up like that. You just it's a phenomenal company. It really is, and the people are phenomenal. Right. Like you're every Tuesday you're helping people.
Yes.
They're helping people, several times a week. And after Branson, we all got together and decided to go forth with that Leaders to Legends, and I think that's going to help a lot of people change their financial future and even change their mind state,
Right.
the
Right.
state of mind that
Yeah.
they're in.
Right.
Because a lot of people were depressed. I listened to Tom and how he's changed
Mm-hmm.
just being on the products and um, just being able to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know when he first came on, he was, he barely talked, but now he's talking up a
Every day.
storm. But yeah, I love everybody in this company because everybody helping everybody.
Right.
So that's all I have to say. If they have any other questions for me.
No, thank you so much. I just wanted to get a little snippet because today is just what we call just a dialogue Tuesday where we just dialogue with a few people. And I thank you for calling in, to Coach Kim for calling in, Coach Page for calling in. And we have some other people online, but we're going to move forward because we only have a few more minutes left on this show. And so we are going to move forward. But thank you guys for sharing because I want people to understand that you may hear me or see me every Tuesday or whenever you get the chance to watch the show, and you may think, well, CJ just out there just touting and supporting and promoting Shaw Fremont, and it's just him. And I think it's important for other people to know there are thousands of people around the world that is building and supporting and promoting Shaw Fremont and what we have to offer. Why? Because there's nothing that we can see that compares to it. And most people that have been around the block a few times have been involved with this company or that company or who thought that maybe this was the direction they were supposed to go and found out that it wasn't and was kind of just feeling like, wow, there's got to be something. And then they came across Shaw Fremont. They finally found something where they can throw the anchor over and just stay. They can take up their shoes and relax. They can do like the story I think of, where they can just. I think it was Cortez where he just burned the ships. It's like I don't need those ships because I found the place where I'm going to be. That is what Shaw Fremont has to offer. You found a home. You found a place where you can settle in and be successful. And you will like we talked about today, and it was expressed so well that when you come in, you don't just get what you think you came in for. You get so much more. I like that analogy, Coach Kim, where you just open the thing up and then there's another one. And Coach Pate always talk about this. Every time we get an announcement from John Austin, sometimes you get a company announcement, you always start to sweat and wonder what they're going to talk about, what they're going to eliminate, what they're going to change, what's going to do, are we going to be around? And then every time he comes up with a new announcement, it is something to enhance the company. They enhance the compensation plan. They brought a new product on that's going to be just phenomenal. They're enhancing the tools that we have to build our business. My goodness, it's always something to make us better, to help us build our business, to help us develop. Even the training that we have in our back office where we have the 21-day breakthrough challenge that people can go and change their mindset because this is not just about changing our health and our finances, but sometimes Shaw Fremont has done so much for helping individuals change personally. People that were shy, like Coach Aaron was just talking about, where we have individuals calling in that were shy or didn't feel confident enough to express themselves. Now, because of taking these products and building up their self-esteem and their confidence, they're able to talk and be able to express themselves like they've never been able to before. So all these things are available for you in Shaw Fremont. And whatever it is that fits your fancy, that you're looking for, we have it here. Again, there are people that want to build a big business. There's some people that just want to feel better because they're sick and tired of being in pain, not being able to spend time with their family like they would like to or they used to. I have friends who are walking on a cane right now, and they can't spend the time in travel, and they can't go to events. They can't take time to spend with their grandkids because they're physically unable to do so. I know people like that. These are the kind of people that we need to get to, that we need to touch, that we need to expose Shaw Fremont to, because that is what Shaw Fremont is all about, is about making a difference. And it always is like this. It's a biblical principle. If you give, you will receive. But what I like about this principle is that it's not one for one. You give one, you may have coming back to you 2, 3, 4, 5, tenfold, 50-fold, 100-fold. And that's what's so powerful about this whole company. It's based on biblical principles that work, principles that are real. And that is one of them that I love. That's why I think I'm so excited about Shore Fremont. I think that's why all our callers today were excited about Shore Fremont. And it's because we are a company that gives. We're a company that share the love. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this hour goes by so fast. And I promise you, you don't want to miss out on our shows moving forward, starting the beginning of July. Can you believe that June is gone? I mean, this is the last week of June. And we are getting ready to embark on a series of shows that is going to be phenomenal, going to be exciting, that you want to make sure that you are a part of. Because I promise you, it will change your life. It will change the trajectory of your life. If you just kind of just plodding along, you are going to get up and start running. If you've been going at a fast pace, you are going to go even faster. If you were sitting down doing nothing, I promise you, you're going to get up out that seat and start running, because we are going to be there for you. We're going to be there to support, encourage, and lift you and allow you to be able to see the success that you're desiring, because we need to do that. There's so many people that need what we have, and we have it in our hands. Let's give it back to the world. So I want to thank you guys for being a part of the show. I'm looking forward to next week. We're here every single week on Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise, where we talk about Shore Fremont. We deliver Shore Fremont to the world, and we want you to be a part of it every week. We're here at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern Time at GMAP1.com. Please come and support us. Thank you for being a part of the show. Now, if you know someone that was not able to be on the show this morning, have them go to youtube.com and then put /GMAP1 /CJ. Or I take that back. Go to YouTube, search for GMAP1.com /CJ, and you'll be able to hear a recording of this show later on today and impending day. So thank you again for being part of the show. We appreciate you so much. We love you. I want you to go out there and have a wonderful Shore Fremont day, because that is what you deserve. That is what you should have. You should be smiling. You should be excited every single day, because when you wake up, you didn't have to. When you wake up, you have a responsibility to give to the world that love that we have here at Shore Fremont. So thank you again for tuning in. We're here. We'll see you back next week at the same time, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, GMAP1.com. Call in. The number call in is 302-202-110. Everyone, before I leave, just leave you with this. Go to www.shorefremont.com. Those of you that are tuning in or just finding the show, that is who we are. That is what we're talking about. Learn about Shore Fremont, and then get back to someone who may have directed you to this, and let them know you're ready to get started. You're ready to become a free member. You're ready to try these phenomenal products. You're ready to get going and be all that you can be, all that you were designed to be, because that is what Shore Fremont is all about. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. God bless you, and I will see you next week.